We're live. What's happening, folks? Hopefully your Saturday is off to a lovely start. We are, by the time you're watching this, we're about 24 hours away from week 2 Sunday NFL starting, but we got baseball to talk about in the meantime. Got ourselves another playoff NBA game tonight. It is a good time to be a sports fan.
Yeah, must win for Boston tonight. It's looking like a Miami Lakers finals.
New LeBron versus old LeBron team.
Yep.
All right, guys. Day passes are up. Get all the sports at your disposal if you are interested. Otherwise, if you're looking for a way to align yourself with the 5-pack, we'd love to have you. We keep talking about the overlay promo we started this week. If you have never played on overlay, and if you want to go make an account today and give it a whirl, obviously we've been talking about them for a long time now. $50 deposit gets you a free 2 weeks. $100 deposit gets you a free month. $500 deposit gets you a free annual membership with us, and $1,000 deposit would get you a free lifetime membership. Basically a way for us to all scratch each other's backs. As we keep saying, go put $100 on overlay, get a free month of the DFS 5-pack, double that $100. Everybody comes out gold on this one, except for maybe overlay just a little bit, but they get a new customer. We can all win this way. Just screenshot your deposit and tweet it or send it to my email address, and we'll hook you up.
Yeah, you really can't beat it. Kill those two birds with one stone, as I keep saying. And I'm happy to dive into this slate.
All right, guys. All these are available through the website. Subscribe to the station if you're new to it. Thumbs up is always appreciated. Pitching is deep tonight. There is a lot of option for ways to go. I'm dressed in all Milwaukee Brewers today, so let's talk about my boy Corbin Burnes, who has been pitching like an ace for most of this year. And he does have ace stuff. He's just a young guy. He was really good in 2018, had a lot of issues in 2019 with control, pitch selection, stuff like that. But he's been phenomenal this year. You can see the ERA under 2, the whip under 1, 3-0, elite strikeout stuff. See the game log. And again, there's some guys up top that are very desirable today for pitching, but you get all the same upside with Burnes, maybe not the same reliability, but he has all the same upside with that elite K stuff. Again, and the Royals are just not very good.
Yeah, it's hard not to take a look at Burnes here. He's a guy we've both liked all year. He's had good stuff for a while, been one of the Brewers' top pitching prospects. They had been grooming him out of the bullpen, knowing that he would eventually be a starter, have kind of like unleashed him this season, especially in his last, eight starts, I would say. He's been awesome. Like you said, check the game log. There's a lot to like about him here. On a normal slate, like without 10 really good pitching options, he would be like the lock of all locks. Even on a slate with so many pitching options, we're bringing him up. He looks great in all formats.
Yeah, man, it's hard to put it's very difficult to put hard contact on him. Just the kind of stuff that he has. This is not a situation where it's just a mediocre guy pitching well. This is a guy that has been profiled to be an ace for them for a while, and it looks like the game is slowing down to him right now.
Yeah, and a point that you've made, like they need wins.
Yeah, I mean, they're 50-50 to make the playoffs right now. The Brewers' bullpen is not as great as it was a couple of years ago. So if he's pitching well, he's one of 2 guys that counts will actually go, to 100 pitches as opposed to pull him after 75 or 80.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up. So let's go out on a limb today and talk about Mookie Betts. Dodgers in Coors Field, red hot against Chichi Gonzalez. Going to be insane chalk today. Betts is one of, if not the best guy in their roster. I mean, he's very likely the NL MVP in Coors versus Chichi, coming off a hot night where he homered and hit a triple. Cash game lock. Hard to get away from him in cash games.
Yeah, it's really hard to get away from him. He's easy to afford. We talked about Burnes, who's affordable. There's other affordable pitching options. Even with expensive pitching options, it's easy to get Betts because there's cheap hitters you can pair with him. I mean, especially in cash games, you want as much Dodgers exposure as you can get. The only thing not to like about them in tournaments is the ownership. That's something you have to weigh. Certainly not a spot where you have to say, oh, I'm just going to fade them because they're high owned. Are they going to be high enough owned? They're obviously in a great spot. Hard not to like them here.
All right. One of the guys that can help you afford guys like Mookie Betts is going to be Nate Lowe. Now you have me confused if it's Nate Lowe or Brandon Lowe or Nate Lowe or Brandon Lowe. Either way, he's 2,800 with dual eligibility, sub 3K. We just saw Lopez cut up Atlanta on the night they were insane chalk. All right, man, major league pitchers pitch well sometimes. It just happens, right? But he's not a very good major league pitcher. So we like Tampa, and a couple Tampa pieces today to be a little sneaky.
Yes, I think you can definitely take a look at Lowe here. I'm pretty sure it's Nate Lowe, Brandon Lowe. So, yeah, it's now like definitely messing with me. We now put it on each other. Definitely in play here, regardless of how you pronounce his last name. Just in a good spot against Lopez in the Baltimore bullpen. Lopez did pitch well last time out, but certainly not a guy we're afraid to pick on. I mean, we know who he is, exactly what you said there. He's going to have decent starts. That's why he's in the major leagues, but he's not going to have those starts consistently. You can definitely take a look at some Tampa pieces as a stack, as one-offs, as fillers. They're in play here.
All right, next up, let's go to your boy Gary Sanchez, 4,100, New York Yankees. This is kind of an alternative stack to the Dodgers. Now, you're not going to get the Yankees at 1% or anything like that. They're too popular. They're too beloved. They're too good, too hot. Even last night when Martin Perez was fantastic for the first 6 innings or whatever it was, they still managed to put up 5-6 runs by the end of the day because their offense is rolling. They're good. Sanchez is homer in 3 of 4 games. I screwed up the second 3 on that one. Yeah, he's batting 154, and that's pretty putrid. The OPS is pathetic, but the power is still in there. One of the reasons you can attribute Gary Sanchez's deterioration from a hitting perspective is this guy has worked so hard on his defense to be a decent catcher at the major league level that it's definitely cut into his offense a little bit. But that raw power is still there, and he's really flexing it right now.
Yeah, he's definitely flexing it right now. This Yankees lineup is looking scary, especially with him getting going. Homered last night in a down 4-3 in the top of the 9th to tie that game with 2 outs, a line drive home run. He's just seeing the ball well, finally. Obviously not having a good year, but, we talked about this on the members only video. Home runs rule all. He's still got double-digit home runs. He's seeing the ball well, like we mentioned. He's lower part of this Yankees lineup. And like you mentioned, you're not going to get the Yankees at 1% owned today. But I imagine Will Smith or Austin Barnes, whoever's catching for the Dodgers, will be higher owned than Sanchez.
Or my boy Nottingham from Milwaukee if he's in the lineup for almost free.
Exactly. So I don't think Sanchez is a guy people are running to here.
All right, let's talk about Byron Buxton, the Minnesota Twins. Is he going to hit leadoff again today? We don't know. We don't know what's going on. He hasn't hit leadoff since 2016. Even though he profiles as a good leadoff hitter at that speed, he struggled in that position before. So, I mean, Minnesota is the reason they haven't done this in like 3 or 4 years. That being said, if he is leadoff, expect him to be pretty popular. And if he's in the bottom of the order, that will cut into his ownership massively, and then he's more of a GPP guy. He's a big power speed combination guy, a guy that was, a top prospect in baseball for a long time, had a lot of ups and downs early in his career for for the Minnesota Twins. He's actually one of the MLB leaders this year in home runs per at bat, which might be a little quietly sneaky for a lot of people. And one thing I know you love is that, Mills no-hit my Brewers the other day, but he threw a lot more pitches than he's used to. He's not an elite pitcher either, so he had a really good game, but he's also had a lot of really bad games. So it's not like we're scared to go up against him.
The only thing I don't like is that you just took all the talking points. I got nothing else to say here.
All right. Well, there it is, guys. Watch for the lineup right here. Again, if you want to know what to think with Buxton today, ownership means a lot in baseball. And if he's batting leadoff, then he's going to be what, 25% owned, 30?
Something like that. It's hard to tell right now because no lineups are out, so we don't know if there's going to be other value leadoff hitters, etc. I would say somewhere around 20%.
Okay. And if he's batting 8th or 7th like he has been, he's going to be like 1% owned.
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
So do with that what you will. That's what we got for Saturday, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful weekend and can't wait to talk some NFL with y'all later.
Thanks, guys.